Hello everyone, welcome back to 5% Traders. In earlier session, what we discussed is, like in this King's story, right? It was a beautiful story, and also I told you how really, compounding works. What I have showed you here, look at this. So this is called compounding. Okay, this is how your SIP works, systematic investment plan. So how to do SIP? Like, for example, this is like, for example, so how you invest in a mutual funds, for example, if you don't know about the mutual fund, that's fine. Mutual fund is nothing but, like these bank managers and all will be there, right? So what they will do, they will look into each and everybody's account, and they will look at, who's having the highest money, right? So who's having the highest money, they will target them. Okay, what they will do, they will come up with the plan and they will tell you that, sir, you have like 2 lakhs rupees in your account, so it's simply lying there. Please now come and invest in mutual fund. That's what they will tell. Okay, what they will do, they will take this bulk money and they will indirectly invest in a stock market. That's what mutual funds. Okay, so now what I'm discussing is that it's a section of a mutual fund, but it is different. Let me show you how it is. You are not going to invest in a bulk, you are not going to invest at a one time. Systematic investment plan is something like that. For example, you have 1 lakh rupees. Okay, you divided that by 5, like for every month you are investing 5,000 rupees till 1 lakh rupees. Okay, that means you are not going to invest 1 lakh rupees at a time. Okay, you're investing part of that money. Like for example, every month you're investing 2,000 rupees. Like for how many years you are going to do like this? For 20 years, for 15 years, or 10 years? That you have to decide how many years you want to do, how many years you want to invest this money into the fund. For example, if I go back into the moneycontrol.com, there are some funds are available. For example, this website is changed, but let me have a look. Mutual funds, look at this mutual funds. Mutual fund, for example, top ranked funds I'm taking here, for example. So look at here. For example, here some, fund is, let me take that some small cap or big cap, whatever it is. Let me take that. So look at that. Now it is like, for example, this is called 145, right? So 145 is nothing but what it is like, we call this 145 as, for example, we call this as a, in units. Actually, in SIP we call it this as a units. And sorry, you not units, this is NAV, actually net asset value. Okay, so but look at this. Every month, for example, you're investing 5,000. For example, let's say in April month you invested, like for 145. It's not this value we call it as NAV. Now 145 it is there, right? For example, you have 5,000 rupees in your pocket this month, divided by 145.9. Okay, so how much it come? 34. Not, it's not a 34 shares, this is 34 units. Okay, we call it as. For example, next month, for example, next month, uh, let's say drop to 130, the 10 NAV. Then you're coming with how much investment? Same investment, 5,000 rupees divided by, so 130. Let me take like that. How much quantity we gain? 38. But look at this, from 38, for example, 34 to 38. What happened here actually? So quantity increased. Why? This NAV is dropped. That is a benefit of SAP. When the NAV is going down in a stock market, if you invest in a stock, if the price value drops, means you lose money, right? But here, what happens? I will tell you. When the NAV is going down, okay, you accumulate more units, more units, more units. So, but once it bounces back, your profit will start from bottom itself because more quantity will be accumulated. So then your profit will be starting from bottom. But it's not happens in stock market. For example, in equity shares, what happens? Equity shares, you bought at 144 rupees shares, right? So but if it is keep dropping 130, 120, if it start bouncing back from that level, you have to wait till 144 to make a profit. Above this level only profit, there is no profit this level, negative, right? But in this SAP, it is not like that. When the price is dropping, you collect more units, more units, quantity will be huge. We will collect more quantity. When it's going up, your profit will, you can see from bottom only, you can see your profit. Okay, that's what I'm coming to say. It's like, don't get confused about this. Just understand it works in a compounding. Okay, so that's why I'm going to show you, like for example, today SAP calculator. Let me take you back to the calculator. For example, let's say you invest, for example, look at that, you invest 3,000 rupees for next 10 years. Okay, so here, CAGR. This is very much important. Now I put in 20% actually. You can get 11%, 12%, 15% is there. I put in a 20%. So here CAGR means it is very important in SIP. Compounded annual growth. Okay. This compounding, Albert Einstein said one beautiful thing that if anything, like eighth wonder of the world, it is there means that is in a compounding in numbers. This compounding numbers only it is there. That's what he said. So look at this. Actually, 3,000 rupees for 10 years you invested with a CAGR return of 20%. So look at here, actually amount paid by you is 3,60,000 rupees. Okay. What is the return you got? 1 crore rupees, right? 10 lakh rupees, sorry. 3,60,000 you paid, but how much? Three times more you got back. Okay, this is how in compounding it works. With a CAGR of 20%, what you have to do if you're not, invested in SAP or something like that, go to the nearest. I'm not an SAP person. Like for example, I'm not a mutual fund seller or something like that. What I'm telling you, go to the nearest bank like SBI and all. Go to the bank manager and ask them, I want to do SAP. Okay, they will invite you with very happily because you're a long term customer, right? So they will show you all the different funds and all. You tell them that I want highest CAGR. Okay, and check whichever is having the highest CAGR and it has given a 20 years, for 20 15 years last consistent return means you can choose that one with the highest CAGR. Okay, now I chosen 20%, let's say, for example. Okay, so you don't see that much difference here. Your money is doubled in almost 3 years, right? In a 10 years, it is doubled. If you put it in FD, it would have not happened like that, right? So in SAP, it is happening like that. So let's say, for example, not even the 3,000 rupees, you can put like 2,000 rupees if you invest for next 25 years. Let's say like that. Okay. So look at the investment you have made, 6 lakh rupees only. But what is the return you are looking? 1 crore 25 lakhs, right? Then why you are seeing you invested only 2,000 rupees every month? But what is the difference you see? 6 lakhs, where is 1.2 crores in 25 years? The only thing which you observed is this 25 years. Yes, I'm telling you, SIP works in a long term, not in a short term. That you remember always. Okay, if you want to do SIP, don't do it for 5 to 10 years. Do it for minimum 20, 25 years. Like I told you, it is a long term plan. Whether you can do it for your retirement or your for children education or anything like that. But don't do minimum SIP. Do maximum years SIP. Then only you can see the maximum returns on that. Okay. So then I have a reverse calculation. For example, this is just probability I'm showing. Let's say, for example, this is calculated. You have to tell how much money you need, and how much For example, how much actually commitment is needed. That's what it is showing. It is 1,000, 10,000, 10,000, right? 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore you need, let's say, for next, like 20 years. Okay. 20 years if you need like that. So what is the actually every month you have to pay? 1,400. Okay, just you this is like in market expectation will be different, but you take your own CAGR and you can calculate that expectation and all. Okay, let's say you want to make 10 crores in next 20 years. Okay, what is the every month how much you have to pay, as in like in every month installment, how much you have to pay? 14,000. It's like a EMI, right? So what I will give one number. Okay, for example, I will increase one number. Now it become 100 crore, right? So for next 30 years. Okay, so how much money you have to actually pay? 12,000 rupees. So like that, this is a long term idea you can go for. Okay, for example, let me show you like this. 10 crores unit for next 30 years. So if you invest 1,000 rupees for next 30 years, you can become crorepati. Right? So I'm just giving an example here. Okay, this is a different numbers you can play with. This is called systematic investment plan. So please contact your nearest branch manager, bank manager, all those things to do SIP. What I'm telling, just in giving an idea. That's it. This is not investment advice. You should take an educational purpose. So yeah. So this is a last session for this long-term ideas. Next, session I'll be jumping into the stock market directly to teach you the instrument. Okay. So why I given this this lecturers for last few sessions, because I want you to understand a long-term game also. Okay. If you really want to gain a wealth, I'm telling you, SIP, this is a way to go for it. Okay. Just think about SIP, what and all you can achieve with SIP. When can you achieve a crores like that? I told you, seeds. Now you're putting a seeds every month, like 1,000, 2,000 rupees. Instead of going watching movie, you can do like, for example, every month, like 2000 rupees. Like you put a seed like this now. Okay, even you can start 500 rupees. Okay, now you say like for next 20-25 years, put a seed. Next you have a beautiful tree. Okay, sorry, this is not a tree at all. Okay, so what I'm coming to say is that after retirement, after long term, you'll have a huge wealth with yourself if you do SAP properly. Okay, so please contact your SAP advisors, get some advisors and start doing SAP. If you are not yet doing, please increase your speed. Okay, age is important here, time is important here, I'm telling you. Okay, so one last thing I would like to tell you is that to spend that 100 crore I given a target, right? To spend that 100 crore, if you want to achieve 100 crore, you have to invest like SIP almost 10 to 15,000 or 20,000 every month in order to achieve 100 crore. To spend that 100 crores, how much? If you spend it for 10,000 rupees per day, it will take 274 years to finish, right? 10,000 rupees if you spend it every day, that means it will take 274 years to finish. If you spend like 50,000 rupees every month, so every day, sorry, not every month, it will become 55 years. Okay, sir, I will not live that much long, that also a lot of people will tell. See, to spend a 50,000 rupees is not easy for every day. Okay, I'm telling you, whatever you do. So what I'm it's a power of money. See, the money, if it is with the bad people, what they will do? They will do the bad things only. They'll terrorize and all these things, different things they will do. But if it is money with the right people, what they will do? They will do good for them, and also they will do good for others also. That's what I'm coming to tell. If you're good, the final word, I'll be ending this video. If you are good, it's your moral and ethical, for example, it's your responsibility to become rich. Okay, if you're really good means, if you think you're really right means, it's your moral responsibility to become. That's what I can say. Okay, so who said good people cannot become rich? S- if good people become rich, planet will be very much healthy. Right, that's what I'm telling you. So please have a target on this SAP and all. So, and the next session, please think about how you can go for SAP, contact the fund advisors and all. So online you will get it. Okay, so next session I'll be directly diving into the stock market. So next session, coming next sections, all those will be exciting. Okay, I think you got bored watching these sessions, but this is very much important long term also. Next we'll jump into the short term and I will introduce you the instrument in the stock market. Okay, so please think about SIP. I will see you in my next video. Thank you.